T-test. You are welcome. T-test. T-test is a statistical procedure that tests whether there is a significant difference between the means of two groups. So in t-test is one of the statistical methods that used to compare the mean of two or the means of two different groups, and this is one of the very important statistical tools that is used in a statistic. And very importantly, there are a lot of data that we applied t-test for statistical analysis. Look at this. This is two groups. We have the groups in reds and in yellow. So there are two groups. So if you are trying to compare the significant difference between the mean of these two groups, that is what we call t-tests. And we have different types of these t-tests. We have one sample t-test, independent samples t-test, and we have paired sample t-test. A one sample t-test is a type of statistical method that use to compare the mean of a sample and the mean of a non-value, that is the mean of the standard. And in the case of independent sample t-test, we are comparing the mean of two independent groups. And for the paired sample t-test, you are comparing the mean before and after the treatment. So let's start with the one sample t-test. So for one sample t-test is actually a type of t-test in which you are comparing the mean value of a sample and a non-mean value. It means you are comparing the mean of a sample and the mean of the standard that is well known. So this type of this type of t-test is called one sample t-test. So then the next one is independent sample t-test. So when you are comparing the mean of two independent groups, two separate groups, that types of t-test is called independent t-test because the two groups are independent of one another. So if you are trying to compare the mean of two independent groups, that is what you call independent samples t-test. So in the case of independent, the groups are independent. Then the last one, which is a paired samples t-test, is when you are trying to check whether there is a significant difference between the mean of the same group before and after a particular treatment. Let's say you administer a drugs and you want to check the mean of the blood pressure before and after the treatment, and this types of t-test is called paired samples t-test.